Welcome to the garden. Today I want to show you a couple ways to increase the humidity, and this helps plants that have browning on the leaf tips. They may be dry and cracking. They might have edges that are curling over in an attempt to trap that moisture in, and they might even have leaves that fuse together to try and hold in the moisture, because these leaves transpire and release water. So we can kind of counteract that by having other plants nearby. So as these other plants transpire, they release water back into the air and will increase the humidity. We've also got some right down here in the same pot, and this vine over here, just to increase that humidity a little bit more. I take cuttings from rosemary plants, and as they're rooting in water, the water is evaporating. So just by keeping them under the canopy of our coffee, we're adding a little extra humidity. You can also use recycled containers like this orange juice lid, and as the water evaporates, it actually only evaporates on this little tiny area, but if you take a little stone and place it in the water, it dramatically increases the surface area. The water will climb up the stone, so we've basically doubled or tripled the surface area, and then all the little cracks and texture on that rock are going to let the water climb up and evaporate. So surface area is really important. And we can see that demonstrated with just a little spoonful of water. So as this evaporates, it can only ever evaporate on the surface. So we have about a square inch. So I've poured the water over this paper towel, and now we can see the principles of surface area. Where there was just one little spoon surface, now we have all this area on both sides to help evaporate water. So we can use this principle in a very simple setup like this. I have here just a cup of water with a stick to prop up our paper towel, and as the water saturates up, it evaporates on all these surfaces. You can see it doesn't even reach the top because it evaporates too quickly. And these are just deposits of minerals dissolved in the water. But if you're going to do this, you do want to watch out for mold. It'll be like little dots. So you might want to switch it out with a fresh one and then let the old one dry out completely to prevent mold. Now you can also mist your plants with a little spray bottle, and this does work really well, but we do have that same problem of mold and bacteria. You can see it's incredibly moist here, and if you do this often enough, bacteria can grow on the surface of the leaves, and it can start to smell and actually might hurt the leaves. So you can use a mister sparingly, or if you like, you could mist the surface of the soil or a rock to increase that surface area, and the rock will just evaporate that water slowly and naturally. Now if you really want to splurge and keep your plants extra humid, you can buy a humidifier. And these work in a couple different ways. Some work just by heating the water, and that evaporates. So we can mimic that when we make a cup of tea. I have here just a normal cup of tea, and once it's really warm in the beginning, it's usually too hot to drink anyways, so you can let it cool underneath the plant that you want to protect, and as the water evaporates, It just humidifies the air slightly. You can also deliberately have a little extra water and then just leave that out to evaporate. Other humidifiers will actually nebulize the water, and that works by vibrating a plate really fast, so fast that it vaporizes the water instantly. So those are really cool. And look at what we've got here. A little visitor. I don't know how this guy made it inside, but look at that. In the middle of winter we got bugs. So I might kick him out in a second here. So I hope you give these techniques a go. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.